So I'll take them one after the other. The first theme is disrupting criminal networks and securing the communities. I'm sure all of us have this document with us. Do we? Okay, so it will be easy for us to follow. And we're not going to bore you with too much text. It's straight to the statistics, the facts that you require. Key statistics and outcomes. 326 Nigeria police operations. The police have carried out 326 operations within the time frame that we are relating with, of which 2,109 arrests were made. 175 kidnapped victims were rescued. 78 terrorists were neutralized. 6 arms trafficking rings dismantled. Within the same period, 1,572 NDLEA raids occurred. 2.9 million kilograms of narcotics were seized. 720 conflicts resolved by the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps. 2,838 road fatalities were recorded by the Federal Road Safety Corps. The government position on this is that the federal government has escalated security operations nationwide, merging tactical enforcement with intelligence-led interventions. Banditry, insurgency, trafficking, and other crimes are being tackled through seamless interagency cooperation, resulting in major arrests, rescues, and asset seizures. From the northeast to the Niger Delta, our security forces are reclaiming the peace, one operation at a time. Nigeria is fighting back. Decisively and collaboratively, we are taking back our country from people who are involved in these nefarious activities. Our call to action is this. We urge citizens to report threats, avoid amplifying unverified content, and join hands with authorities to protect our communities. The second theme, combating drug abuse and arms proliferation. Key statistics and outcomes. The recoveries made by NDLEA, 2.9 million kg of cannabis, 520 kilograms of tramadol, 7.35 kg of methamphetamine. Arms recovered in these operations, 12 AK-47s, 2 GPMGs, 2,200 plus rounds of ammunition. During this period, NAFDAC seized 10 containers of tramadol, 5 expired tomato paste. Government position on this. Drugs and illegal arms are the oxygen of criminality. Federal government agencies are systematically disabling these supply chains on our highways, borders, in markets, in motor parks, while investing in public education and rehabilitation. Our call to action to Nigerians: say no to drugs. Say no to drugs, report peddlers. Support reformed users, those who have money to come out of this we should support them in our communities. Communities are the front line in this war against drug abuse and trafficking. Team 3, strengthening border security and migration control. Key statistics and outcomes. Within this period, 82 human trafficking victims were rescued. 495 repatriations recorded. 3,786 e-visas were issued. This is unprecedented. You knew what it was to apply for visa and for people to come to this country. When you have increased number of people coming to your country, it indicates what? That you are doing some things right. 214 Nigerians returned from Niger Republic. 110 Nigerians deported from Saudi Arabia for visa violations. The government position on this. Through international partnerships and domestic vigilance, Nigeria is retooling its border and migration systems to block irregular migration and human trafficking. The Nigeria Immigration Service is also driving identity governance with the support of United Nations and ECOWAS. My take on this, our borders are no longer gateways to crime. They are now barriers to exploitation and trafficking. Our call to action: avoid irregular migration. Trust NOA and Nigeria Immigration Service for guidance on legal mobility options. Theme 4, protecting critical infrastructure and natural resources. Key statistics and outcomes. The Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps dismantled a total of 12 illegal refineries, 3 mining gangs, 7 oil theft trucks, 752.2 million worth of stolen petroleum products seized by the Navy. Federal Fire Service saved 319.5 billion in fire disasters and recorded 33% improvement in response time. We do know that part of the complaint about our response to disaster is the time lag. So an increment in response time of 33% is huge, and we should acknowledge that. Protecting oil pipelines, roads, power lines, and mines is not just security, it's economic survival. Through surveillance and arrest, Nigeria is regaining control over its strategic assets. My take on this: every drop of stolen oil, every illegal refinery, and every tampered railway track is an attack on our economy. We must defend our national infrastructure as we defend our homes. Our call to action: community leaders and youth must defend their environment. Sabotage destroys livelihoods and delays national growth and development. Theme 5, expanding humanitarian and civic engagement responses. Key statistics and outcomes. NEMA supported 42 rescued Boko Haram captives and supported flood victims in more than 15 states across the country. Within this period, ICPC hosted 352 anti-corruption events, engaging with over 209 citizens. And on our part in NOA, we have led counter-narrative on misinformation, issuing a total of 87 press advisories. Government position. Security is not only boots on ground, it is also food on the tables. Public trust and youth empowerment. From flood alert to radicalization, the government is responding to citizens' needs with urgency and compassion. My take on this: we are not just securing Nigeria, we are rebuilding it with values, compassion, and vigilance. Our call to action: verify information, and this is to the citizens and our media friends. Verify information before sharing. Join NOA civic campaigns. Let's build a safer, saner society together. Theme 6, enhancing institutional accountability and international standing. Key statistics and outcomes. 21 billion naira and $1 million recovered so far by the ICPC. Nigeria progresses towards exiting Financial Action Task Force, FATF, gray list. Currently, we are on the gray list, but we are progressing, reaching important milestones towards exiting the gray list. And in support of that, or rather, in acknowledgement of that, we have been invited to the FATF Consultative Forum. Nigeria Correctional Service has so far rehabilitated 15,000 inmates, and 800 inmates were enrolled in university studies, living up to its mandate of rehabilitating inmates. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the EFCC, has so far secured the conviction of 184 foreigners for cyber terrorism. It is important for us to note that in a spate of last few months, the EFCC has secured a lot of conviction. And you need to also imagine the soup they had on some locations where over 100 people were arrested at a just single location. And they've secured conviction for over 70% of them so far. And we must also acknowledge when people complain of EFCC going after Yahoo boys and things like that, people have not understood the nexus that exists between the Yahoo boys and people who are politically exposed, using the Yahoo boys for money laundering. So when they go after Yahoo boys, it's not just the Yahoo boys. They are important leads to actually prosecuting the people who are politically exposed. I want us to note that. The government position on this: institutional reforms are deeply transparency, financial integrity, and international credibility. From anti-money laundering reforms to prison rehabilitation, Nigeria is signaling maturity and global alignment. Call to action. Nigerians should support whistleblowing and anti-corruption platforms, uphold values of transparency, especially in public service and community leadership. My closing statement. Fellow Nigerians, today we reaffirm with all our vigors that national security is our shared duty. Our gallant men and women in uniforms are recording real, measurable gains. But security does not start in a battlefield. It begins in our homes. Our values, our truthfulness, and our resolve. Let us protect what is ours, stand with our institutions, and unite behind the cause of a peaceful, progressive Nigeria.